Wednesday, the Department of Justice indicted former Cuban President Raúl Castro. The move is raising new questions about what comes next, both legally and diplomatically. Joining us now is former Justice Department National Security Prosecutor Michael Lebowitz. Thank you so much for joining us, Michael, today.
Hi, Jennifer. Great to be here.
Thank you. Well, first, let's talk about what really stands out to you about this indictment. Also, just the timing. Why now?
So there's a lot to unpack with this indictment. I think it's a shot across the bow, just another one. We have the embargo against Cuba. And this is just another pressure tactic because if you look at what's going on, the CIA director just went to Havana recently and met with Raúl Castro's grandson, a guy that they sometimes call Raulito. And so it looks like this is part of a wider job or thing they're working on to kind of do what I call the Delcy Rodriguez playbook, which, of course, with Venezuela, they captured the leader Maduro and installed Delcy Rodriguez, who's the vice president, who's a willing partner with the U.S. So it looks like there's kind of this huge pressure campaign going, and the indictment is just one more kind of twisting the knife in the back a little bit.
From a legal standpoint, how significant is it to indict a former foreign leader?
So this is significant for sure, but it's not unprecedented. There was indictments. You go back to Noriega in 1989, Maduro. There's a governor in Mexico who's a sitting governor who's indicted right now. So there's lots of indictments that go on. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see them in an American courtroom, but we do this quite a bit for various reasons. And sometimes it's diplomatic reasons, sometimes it's a pressure campaign, sometimes it's name and shame to let people know we're on to them. So there's definitely significance to it, but I don't see Raúl Castro voluntarily flying to Miami to turn himself in.
Okay, what could this mean for U.S. relations with Cuba moving forward? I think that's a question on many people's minds.
Yeah, Jennifer, that is a great question. And a lot of it depends on what happens next. We're definitely turning the screws on Cuba economically, diplomatically. They're isolated. Now we're going after kind of their symbols of the revolution and Raúl Castro through this indictment. So if, the theories go ahead and Raúl Castro's grandson is kind of installed as, some would say a puppet, others would say just a willing partner with the U.S. The relations will get better, but I don't know if it'll get better for the Cuban people right away. It's not like a switch that's going to turn on. In Venezuela, for example, the Venezuelan people still haven't kind of really received the economic benefit, although there might be some social and more freedom things, which of course you can't discount.
Okay, you've spent years prosecuting terrorism cases. What do most Americans really misunderstand about how these cases are actually built?
So they are built straight from the facts. I mean, there's a lot of things that go in the media about this. I've prosecuted the 9/11 people that committed 9/11 down at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. So, there is a lot of stuff that's in the media and a lot of stuff that defense teams and pundits and people like that are going to play out there. But when you really want to get down into the case, you have to really look at the facts and whether you have a case and really build it from there, regardless, and really cut out all the noise.
What should people be watching for next, Michael, in this case?
I think we want to watch the diplomatic part of it more than anything else because I don't see a lot of people are saying, oh, this is a prelude to attacking Cuba and capturing Castro. I don't know if that's something that will work here because, I mean, Castro is 94 years old. That would be a very complex mission to go in there and grab a 94-year-old after invading Cuba, which has its own military, and throwing him on a helicopter. I think the next thing that we'll really want to look out for are signs from the Cuban government as well as the intelligence services, because Cuba has a very robust intelligence service, that they're kind of leaning toward new leadership. And I think that's the key to all of this.
Okay, great insight, Michael Lebowitz. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.